About this time last year, heading into the 2004 Busch racing season, little did NASCAR fans know it, but a young man from New Jersey would claim the championship in only his first full season.
Were you surprised? I mean, one season, your full 34 races, and all of a sudden they're handing you the trophy?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it took a little time to really set in, to sink in, but you know, it was a lot of fun this year. We had an incredible season. You know, when we sit back and when we look back on it now, it's like, you know, wow, the things we were able to accomplish. It was my first year as a full-time driver. It was our team's first year together, and it was pretty incredible to, you know, accomplish all that we did.
What's the attention been like from coming out here, the media blitz, being on radio shows, being on television shows? You're 23 years old. That would be a lot if I can look back when I was 23 years old to have all that attention.
Well, it is a lot, you know, but I think when you get to doing this job and you get to being a driver at this level, that comes with the territory, and you need to learn how to do it, learn how to be okay at it.
When you look back at the season, I believe you went through the whole year you finished every race. There was no drive. Are you proud of that? Because not many people can say they do that on the NASCAR Nextel Series or Busch Series or whatever series.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that. That's one of the coolest accomplishments that we've done. You know, there was a few races where we got into some accidents and had to go to the pits and work on our car. And I think it was Kansas. We went in. We got crashed on like the third lap, and it was really a pretty extensive damage front and rear. And all three DEI teams came running over to the car and replaced just about everything in it. And about 40 laps later, we were back on the track. You know, and we picked up like 5 spots that day and finished the race. So it's a really cool accomplishment for my team more than anything.
That's unique when you say that all 3 teams come over. They have their own responsibility to make sure that they're trying to win the race. That's where racing is unique, I believe, in all of sports. You know, why is that? I mean, granted, it is a team sport, but why all 3 teams?
Well, I don't know.
It's hard for some folks out of the racing to understand.
I mean, they just all want to win. They want the best for their company that they're working for, you know. They've got a lot of pride in what they do, and I think everybody in our whole company takes a little bit of pride in winning this championship. You know, where it's all, like you said, a big team, and everybody has a little part in it.
Was there a sense amongst your team when you started realizing that, hey, look, we have a chance to win this whole championship, where they started looking at each other like, hey, Martin, come on now, you got to do this, you got to do that, like the old football speeches?
No, I don't think so. I think that was one of the reasons why we were so successful. I think, I mean, from the start, there was no pressure. Nobody had expectations, and you know, coming into this year, we kind of came in under the radar. You know, this time last year, we weren't even going to run a full season, and so we kind of came in under the radar. We had no expectations. Didn't have a lot of pressure on us as a team, or me as a driver, and we were able to go out there and do our job and perform. And you know, when it got down to the wire, and we really felt like we could do it, we didn't change anything. You know, that was important, I think. We just kept doing the same thing week after week, and it worked out really well for us.
Busch race director Joe Ballas was also in his first season. Make that half a campaign. Joe did not jump into the director's chair until mid-July. He says the early success of Truex Jr. can only help strengthen the Busch Series fan base.
How much do you think Martin Truex Jr. is going to help, since he's a 23-year-old champion in his first full season? Automatically, he has a new fan base out there.
Absolutely. I think that you know, people all across America are going to look to Martin to see what he can do as coming back as a reigning champion. He's a tremendous young man. He's very well spoken. He's one heck of a race car driver. He's got a long career ahead of him. So I think a lot of people are going to be curious to see how he comes back to kind of defend the championship.
But in defending his title, this junior will encounter a few road obstacles.
It really was a tremendous chase for our championship in the Busch Series, with Martin Truex and Kyle Busch both really racing pretty hard through the back half of the season.
With that said, do you think next season there'll be a rule where a guy in his first full season cannot win the championship?
No, I think that's great. I think really if you get a tremendous rookie driver out there that's racing hard, you know, if he's up there in the leading the races and winning races and doing those type of things, he deserves it. So no, I'm not in favor of that rule. I said let's let all the rookies go for it.
What about the race venues as far as Mexico City?
Oh, race venues, yes. Mexico City, you see the smile on my face, is going to be awesome. It's really going to be neat for the Busch Series to go back to road courses, and Mexico City will be the highlight of that. We expect, 100,000 people to be at the race, media from all over the world. Our teams are excited about it. I'm excited about it.
Like most sports, every team has ownership. However, in auto racing, that owner is alongside, in front, or maybe even behind your car. For Truex Jr., his owner is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Martin, because it was your early season success, that ownership and DEI said, look, we want you to go the whole route. And what was your reaction?
I was really excited about that, especially after we were up in the points. We were in the top 5 in the points after probably second or third week, and we finished 27th after crashing at Daytona. So that was really neat. After we got that first win out of the way, it just seemed like the ball started rolling, and it was like a snowball. It just kept getting bigger and better, and it was just so much fun. I can't even explain how much fun this year was.
Were you strictly all business, or did you ever find yourself taking a back seat and looking at the other drivers around you, looking at maybe some of the guys that you've seen on TV before, and then actually being out there driving like, wow, I'm actually doing this? Did you ever take a step back and say, like, I just can't believe it?
Yeah, and beating them. I mean, it was a lot to handle. It was a lot to take in. But I think I was so busy, during the week with stuff and at the racetrack that none of that stuff really hit home till it was all over. And I can sit here now and look back and talk about it and look at our stats and look at all the races we won and how we led so many categories, and it was pretty amazing. This is what I love. This is what I want to do. I want to be around a long time, and when I get that helmet on, it's all business. I think I'm a different person when I put it on, but it's just been a lot of fun, like I said, and there's nothing better than winning, and we tried to win every week, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Do drivers have different styles? I mean, they can talk about other athletes in other sports. Well, he does this at the plate, she does this on the court. Do drivers have different styles, how they approach races?
I think absolutely. I think everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody likes their car to feel a different way or drive a different way, or a lot of guys race a lot different. A lot of guys will run into you in a heartbeat, and a lot of guys will think a lot before they do it. So there's a lot of different things you could do, but I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess.
Winning the championship, changed the color scheme, went with the Wrangler color scheme. Yeah. I understand. How special was that for you, and obviously very special for the ownership? Yeah,
that was really neat. It was never planned to just work out that way. We had that sponsorship lined up at the beginning of the season to do that race, and it just so happened that it fell at Darlington, Dale Earnhardt's colors when he clinched his first championship, and we were able to do it. It was a really special day and huge honor for me to wear that uniform and drive that race car that day.
Is it unique sometimes racing against your owner?
No, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Because we became such good friends, we race a lot on the computer together, and I think a lot of people know about that, but we have a game on the computer, a simulation game that we play a lot, and we spend a lot of time on it during the winter racing and just having fun with it. But it's a lot of fun to race with him, especially the plate tracks, because he's so good. You can follow him, and probably one of the best memories of the whole year was when me and him finished 1-2 at Talladega by far.
Family and racing seem to go together. I mean, you look at different families, whether it's the Allisons, the Pettys, the Earnhardts. I understand your father got you into racing. How much did he help you to get into this sport?
He's the whole reason I ever got to where I'm at. I grew up around racing because he was doing it, his brother was doing it. Something they got involved in at a young age, something I got, I started when I was 11. So it's just something you grow up around, and you find, you just have a love for it, and it's just something that seems like everybody that does good at it grows up in it, and I'm not sure why that is. I guess you just know the ups and downs and how the hard times can be and how the good times can be.
Okay, final question, I'll let you go. I was just talking with your race director, and Joe said that they're going to institute a rule where if you're in your first full season, you can't win. So they now the trigger. I'm just kidding about that. But what do you do, because you're going to be targeted now, because guys are going to be watching the number 8 car?
I think we just do what we do, I think we'll be a better race team this year. I think we can do better every week. I think we can do better at every track. So I'm really looking forward to it. This year we went to tracks we've never seen and I've never seen. We had no notes, and we just kind of had to wing it and work on our car really hard throughout practice. I think this year we'll be a lot better prepared when we get to the track, and that should lead to more success.